I'm Jim Went, trail boss for the St. Germain Bo-Boen Club, and welcome to the Bo-Boen Bulletin. Today, we're going to talk about an issue that comes up with riding all over the state, and it's a big groomer like the one behind me, opposed to sleds. We're going to talk about the proper way to pass or meet an oncoming groomer on the trail. There's certain procedures that we like to follow, and especially here in St. Germain, our grooming staff is very accustomed to the proper way to signal sleds and the proper ways for sleds to pass a working groomer. So we'll start out by talking about a sled that is meeting an oncoming groomer. We work on St. Germain at night, and at night it's very easy to see a groomer coming because he can signal you with his lights as to what the proper way to go and when to go. So what we do is tell the drivers, when you see lights coming in an oncoming position, try to find a place to move the groomer over. Please understand one thing. We have got almost 40 feet of equipment that is not able to really back up, move, go around, and so on, as opposed to a sled. So it's going to be pretty obvious that if you come upon a groomer, we're going to try to make the best position available that you can pass. So the driver himself will look and notice the lights coming, begin to identify a spot that he can pull off, left or right. At that particular point in time, we suggest that riders, when they see lights, stop. Let the groomer find a place to get over. If you continue to come upon that groomer, you're just limiting the space and the availability of us to get around so you can move safely on the other side. So again, when you see the lights of a groomer coming, stop and let us get in position. At that particular point in time, the drag will be over and we'll flip our lights on, off, on, off, on, off to tell you, okay, it's safe to pass. So slowly come around and you can safely pass, and that's the proper way to pass a groomer. Please understand one thing. The drags themselves have blades. They're spring-loaded. And a lot of times, a lot of guys come up and they'll stop on the side of the trail and they'll be waving at us. Come on by, come on by. Ain't going to happen in St. Germain. If we go by you and one of those blades is to hit a rock, it can throw that thing at 100 miles an hour. And if it were to hit somebody, that could be very bad. So this is why we eliminate that. Okay, what if you guys are riding and you decide, well, I'm going to pull off, and we're going to talk about our map, where we're going, what our next thing is. You pull off the trail far enough that a groomer can get by. And if your lights are off, we will approach you at idle speed and go by your group at idle speed so no one can really potentially get hurt. And then we will move on. So those are the two ways that you want to think about an oncoming groomer. Now, when you come upon a groomer from behind, little different procedure. We will see you. We've got mirrors. So consequently, when you come up upon us, don't come right up on the groomer themselves. You're easily able to stay 100 yards or so back. We know you're there. Let us get to a position that we can slide over and we'll park. At that time, you'll see the headlights, which you won't be looking at directly. You can see them. We'll flip on and off, on and off. And when we come to a complete stop, take your group around on the open side, again, at idle speed, make your pass, and travel on. So that basically are the two ways, being the front and the rear, to approach a working groomer.